I'd like to go back, and 90 years is a long, long time. And I'd like to go back and let you know how it was when Dick first saw the light of day. Ladies were wearing great big hats with feathers and birds, and dresses down to the floor, and high-button shoes. And the men were wearing bowler hats and tie pins and watch chains and that. And none of you, I don't think, remember any of that.
Somebody does. Who remembers?
So, it's been a long way, and it's been a happy way. It's been a wonderful life, and we are very proud of our three sons who have done us proud. And I think one of the reasons that they are the way they are is that their father was very strict.
I can attest to that.
Very strong ideas on what's right and what's wrong. And I guess it just rubbed off. They've always been proud of every one of them. And as far as Dick goes, he did answer the call to go into the service when the United States went to war. He served with the 2nd Armored Division and went through D-Day and then through Europe, finally on into Berlin, where he was he was a battalion commander at that time, went in as a 1st lieutenant. Then by the time they got to Berlin, he was a battalion commander and held the rank of major. And then after the war was over, he stayed as part of the occupation army in Berlin until J-Day came. And then, of course, everybody was free to go home. So he came home to 3 kids that he barely knew, and we lived in Berkeley, and Dick thought that we should take them out of the wicked cities and take them to the country. So we moved up to Sacramento, and there those boys grew up, and I guess they had a pretty good time. And finally, here we are, all these years later, we are here in AFTA. And I can't go through all the ways we got here and all that sort of thing. But anyway, we feel very blessed with our friends, our family, our children. And I wanted to say that the toast should have a certain amount of brevity. But this is a little bit long. But anyway, I think that it's wonderful that we can salute longevity.
Agreed.
So, does anybody else have a...
I'd like to say that when Dad was in the 2nd Armored Division, their slogan was "Hell on Wheels." That's still true today.
I feel great that I'm all set for my next 10.
Oh boy.
And I want to read a little blessing upon you. My dear wife and family and friends, I pray God to bless you and keep you in His loving care, to ever increase your understanding of Him and grant you His peace.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Here's to you.
Here's to you.
Becky better roll.